back to another annual video where we are going to go over exactly what is on my iPhone for summer of 2025. As you guys know, I love all of these customization videos, and this time I actually took so long to make my phone look so cute, and I'm so excited to show you guys. I have all different things from app icons to widgets to just a very summery, coastal, the summer I turned pretty theme that I cannot wait to show you. So let's just get right into this video because I'm too excited. Starting off with my phone case, I have this beautiful phone case that's really all about East Coast summer. Hopefully you guys can see well. It has so many beautiful pastel colors. It has a little flower. It says East Coast. It has all of those like coastal, very pretty ocean designs that I absolutely love. This phone case is from Amazon. I will have it linked on my Amazon storefront. I absolutely love it. And it's also a very durable phone case. This is not sponsored. I just really like it. For the specs of my iPhone, this is the iPhone 16 Pro Max in, I believe, natural titanium. I love it. It's a beautiful color, and I was a little nervous about getting the Max when I did decide to get it, but I honestly think it's the perfect fit, especially because I do take so many pictures and edit on my phone and do content creation. I absolutely love this phone, and the color is beautiful. And this is the 256 gigabyte storage iPhone. Now that all that's been said, let's get into what is actually on my iPhone, because that is the best part if you ask me. Before I go into this, all of my widgets and all of my icons will be linked on my Pinterest, which I'll have on the screen right here. If you go to the iPhone iOS board, there's a board called Summer 25. Everything you see on my phone will be saved there, and actually already is. I did it as I was saving the photos, so I have the exact ones for you guys, and that was just so I can make it a little bit easier for you all to find if you did want to have a similar phone to me, so I'll have that linked down below. But starting off, we just have this really pretty picture of the ocean, and if you know me, you know I love the beach, you know I love sunsets and the sunrises, and I just thought this was so pretty and such like a nice pastel color. So that is my lock screen. Then for my widgets, we just have the date at the top, and I put some lock screen emojis through widgets. This is through color widgets, and these are just the emojis that come on the phone. I did a heart, a dolphin, a seashell, a little cocktail, and then a orange, because all of those emojis really remind me of summer. Then we just have the time, and then I have a weather widget. I have a little seahorse icon, and then I have a flower icon, which I can go into in a little bit about how I actually did that. And then on the bottom, I have the flashlight and the camera. Honestly, just the main default settings on the phone. Now going into my actual phone, and this is where it gets so cool in my opinion. This is what my little wallpaper looks like. It's literally just the ocean, bottom of the floor. Absolutely reminds me of the summer I turned pretty and really those coastal vibes, and I love how there's starfishes. I just think that's adorable. Now going back to my first page. So as you can see, I have a lot of app icons and a lot of color widgets. I was really determined to have coastal vibes in every single aspect of my phone, and I think I did a pretty good job at doing that. So first we're starting off with a color widget. This is just a little sign that says Aruba, Barbados, very coastal, very pretty, giving very island vibes, which I really like. And I used color widgets to do this, and I did a little border around it. So if I click this and go into color widgets, it's gonna bring us to all of my little widgets here, and for me it's widget 3. Basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna customize the widget. You can change your photo, you can do a photo album, and then if you want the white border like I have, you can just click the different colors for the border that you want. You can make the border thicker, you can make the border thinner. I personally like this one, and then if you don't want a border, you just hit the little no border and it'll take it away, and then you just hit set widget and it'll change the widget for you. If you don't know how to add a widget, just really quickly, if you hold down and then hit edit, you just hit add widget and then just go through the settings of which one you want to add, and then it'll add the widget for you on your page. Next going on, I have TikTok. I did app icons, which I haven't done honestly since iOS 14 came out, and I'm honestly really loving it, and I'm very happy that I did. So if I click the little coconut app icon that I named TikTok, it does open TikTok, and I think that is so cool, and I'm very happy with all of these apps, especially because it doesn't go to the shortcuts app anymore. It just goes right to TikTok, which I think is amazing. I have been doing a better job at posting on TikTok. I post every single day, and I'm very proud of myself for this. So if you do want to follow me on TikTok, my username is just Sam Costo at 2 A's. I would really appreciate it. I honestly have been loving both forms of content now, vertical and horizontal. For a while, I wasn't able to get into the vertical side of filming on my phone and stuff like that, but now I'm really loving both, which is great. Next, I have YouTube. For this, I did a little starfish icon. I think this is so cute, and again, when you open it, it does take you right to the YouTube app, which is great, and you can just watch YouTube as you normally would. Then I have YouTube Studio. For YouTube Studio, I did a little flower. I love flowers, and these ones particularly really remind me of that coastal vibe, so I did a little blue flower. Then next to it, I did a a little Pinterest seashell. I love Pinterest. I think that Pinterest is really my vibe for inspiration. I absolutely go on it every single day. And I did a little shell because it just reminded me of the aesthetics of Pinterest. But if we open the app, it takes us, of course, right to Pinterest. And then this is my personal Pinterest. If you do want to follow me, it's just Sam Costa with 2 A's. If you go into my saved board and then click iOS iPhone and then click summer, this is where you will see all of the little photos I used and also all of the icons I used as well. So I made it very, very simple for you to find everything. And then other than iPhone stuff, I do post a lot of aesthetic and fun life things in my personal life, and then just obviously reposts that I see on Pinterest into my boards, and I really love it for inspiration and just getting me into that right mood. Then moving on, we have Instagram. For Instagram, I did 3 little watermelons. I thought this was so cute. There's something about watermelon that really reminds me of summer. If I open it again, it goes right to Instagram. This is what my Instagram looks like. It's just Sam Costa with 3 A's. I've been doing a better job at posting reels on Instagram, which I'm very happy about. I try to make my Instagram look very aesthetic with all of my photos. I use a preset, so hopefully it is giving off that vibe. And I also do a lot of polls on my stories as well, so if you do want to follow me, be sure to follow me on there. Next, I have VSCO. Personally, I love VSCO. I use VSCO for more of like my digital diary of photos. This is where I post all of my photos. I absolutely love it, and I think it looks very, very aesthetic. Here's just a little glimpse of what it looks like. If you want to follow me on that, my VSCO is just Samantha Costa 1. And as you can tell, I'm all about really creating that dream life. So that's what I really try to do, because I believe that if you believe in yourself and you put in the effort, it is possible to do it. And for my VSCO icon, it's just another flower, but it's in pink and a different type of flower, and I think it's just so cute. Next, I have camera. For camera, I have a little coconut with a flower in it, and it's like a little coconut drink, which is really giving like island vibes. And then if you open it, it's of course the camera. I say this in a lot of my videos, but I love taking pictures. I really like making memories, and I'll do it every single time without doubt. And having my camera on my home screen, the front page, really does help me always to remember to actually take those photos. Next, I have Snapchat. I just have a little orange here. I love oranges. I think it's such like a fruit of the summer. It reminds me of Florida a lot and traveling, and I thought that this icon was so cute. Next, I have a Spotify widget. This is just a playlist I've been listening to. This is not my playlist, but it has such fun songs and I really like it. It's just called Summer 2025 with a bunch of cute emojis. And if you click it, it brings you right into the playlist. These songs are so summery and just really give like island vibes. And again, I did not make this, but I will try to link the person who did down below. Then I have another color widget. So this is a little tropical picture of surfboards, and it has some palm trees, and I just thought it was so cute and summery. Next, I have my messages, and I just did a little Aperol Spritz icon because for me, I love Aperol Spritzes and they remind me exactly of summer. It's like the perfect summer drink. Next, I have phone. I did a little dolphin. If you know anything about me, I love, love, love dolphins. I swam with the dolphins when I went to a wedding in Cancun, and it was just so fun. I absolutely love sea life. Then I have a little hat with a little bow on it. This is my safari. I feel like that's just a very straightforward thing. I just use it for internet purposes. And then I have my wallet, and this icon says meet me at the beach. I thought that was so cute and adorable, and that's just for like Apple Pay and wallet purposes. Then coming down here to my dock, I have palm trees, which is my Orange Theory app. This is just something I have to remember, but I use Orange Theory all the time, so that's why that's there. I have my umbrella, which is my Bank of America app, and then I have a little hydrangea, which is my favorite flower, and that is my Photos app, which again, I really, really love. Now, moving on to the next page, we have another little widget. So this is a widget from Miko, and I really like these widgets because you can actually interact with them by clicking them, and it'll move throughout the screen, which I think is so cute because you can change the order of them if you really wanted to, which I personally really like. I have a picture of just some wine. It looks like Aperol in my opinion, with the ocean in the background, which I love. A girl with a little hat on. I think she's tanning in her bathing suit, and then just some strawberries, a book, some sunglasses, and a cute little strawberry clip. And I did make that transparent, so if you go into the Miko app, there's a way to actually make it transparent. So if you go to mine and you click transparent, all you're going to do is screenshot your actual lock screen and upload it. And then when you're making your widget, you go into your widgets. So for example, that one was my medium widget and it was this one. You add in your photos by just clicking the little add button, and then for background, you click transparent, and then you hit where it's going to be. So for me, I knew it was going to be at the top, so I would hit top, but it'll copy the transparency of exactly where it is. So top, center, bottom. You hit confirm, save widget, and then it'll change it so that it is very transparent within your background. Next, I have Pixar. I love Pixar. I think it's amazing. I use it for all of my thumbnails and also used it to get transparent backgrounds, which I can show in a little bit. And for Pixar, I just did a little seashell. Next, I have Canva. For Canva, I did a little oyster clam with a pearl. I think this is so cute and really giving mermaid vibes. I use Canva all the time for my thumbnails. I love it so much. And I also do use it for transparency purposes as well. Next, I have Lightroom. For Lightroom, I did a little cocktail with an umbrella in it. I thought that was so cute. It's reminding me of like a strawberry martini. For Lightroom, I use this for my presets. If you guys are interested in me showing you my presets, I can. Just let me know if that's something you do want to see. And then I have a little turtle with a little flower next to it for Fonto. And that's how I get my fonts and my thumbnails to actually come together. For my folders, so this is a little dolphin. This is all of my editing folders. So I have Widgetsmith, which is obviously how I get some of my widgets. I have 1 Second Every Day, which is an app where you just put 1 second of every single day in, and it's really like a good memory app because at the end of the year, it'll take 1 second from every single day and make it into a video, which I really like. Next, I have Snap Edit and Photo Wonder, which are just two apps I use for some editing. I have Huji, which is another app I really like, and it kind of is just a digital camera app, and it has a little cute film over it. So if you take a picture and then you go to lab, for example, like these are some of the pictures that I've received before. It comes up with really nice film over your pictures that I really like, and I think it's just like a cute little aesthetic thing. Next, I have Like to Know It. This is just where I put some of my outfit links. I have CapCut, which I use for TikTok, and Like to Know It Creator, which is where I actually post my outfits. I have Airbrush, which is another editing app. I have Tezza, which is another app. This is what I use to put like some sparkles over photos or just like effects and stuff like that. And then I have Shutterfly, which is how I actually print my pictures. Next, I have a little Aperol Spritz cocktail folder. This is more of like my food folder. So I have Uber because I use Uber more for Uber Eats, Starbucks, Grubhub, and DoorDash. Then I have my Seashell folder. This is my shopping folder. I have Sephora, Urban Outfitters, Target. I'm in Target way too much. Garage, Shop, which is how I track my packages, Etsy, eBay, and Amazon. And then for my last folder, I have a little pink flower just to match the theme. And I have Bank of America, Wallet, PayPal, Discover, Cash App, and Chase, which are just my banking apps. Then I have two more Nico widgets down here, which again, I did with the transparency feature, and I just have a clock and I added some stickers over it. So I have a bow, a little flower, and a boat. And then I have the widget next to it, which is a Happy Everyday widget, and it just says Happy Everyday. It gives you the date, the time, the amount of steps you took today, and your goals for this week, which I think is cool because you can customize it to the goals that you want. Then moving over here, I have my last little page of widgets. So I have two Widgetsmith widgets at the top, which are just pictures from Pinterest, and they're both sunset related. I really love taking cute pictures in the summer, especially ones where I can dress up with my friends in dresses, so that's what that is. And then I really want to go on a sunrise swim or sunset swim this summer with like some tubes with my friends and stuff like that, so that's why that's there. I thought that was so cute and aesthetic. Then I have two more Widgetsmith widgets on the bottom, but these are more directed towards my goals. So I have a 50K subscriber cake and then a 100K subscriber plaque. It is my absolute dream to hit 50,000 subscribers on YouTube, and then of course 100,000. I'm so thankful for every single one of you and for making my dreams actually come true. I appreciate it so much, and I love you so much. These are just some of my goals that I have on my screen for like manifestation and affirmation purposes. Then over here I have my app library. These are all the apps that I don't want showing on my actual home pages, and also the ones that I hid from my homepage to be able to make like TikTok open without the actual TikTok app. I still have the app on my phone, it's just in the app library. And then the last little thing we have to talk about is this page over here. So this is another really cute page that I have. I have a calendar widget. I think this is from Miko, and you can change the color of the widget and also the color of the date as well, which I think is so cute. Then I have a little Polaroid widget, which again is the same thing, and I just have a little picture of two coconut drinks in there, which I think is adorable. Then I have a little recorder, and this one I just put a picture of a bathing suit in, which really was giving off those like tropical vibes to me. Then I have two Widgetsmith widgets, which is just a picture of a pineapple with a smoothie inside, and then a little poppy with some oranges and a girl in a bathing suit, which I thought was so cute. And then I just have some pictures from Pinterest and a collage that I made that really reminded me of summer, all from Pinterest, and I just left the word May over it because it's May right now. The last thing I wanted to talk about is the little dolphin at the top of my dynamic island. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I will take a screenshot so you guys can see. And also, maybe if I show you like this, it's right there and it's moving. It is so cute, and that is from, I believe, the app Miko. If you go into the dynamic island, or actually, I think this was actually called the funny island. There's all different types of ones you can choose, and I chose the dolphin right here. So so cute, so fun. I really like it. That is everything on my phone. I know I'm gonna get a lot of questions on how I did the app icons. To go very simply, if you go to Pixar and you click on one of the pictures, so for example, I have this Aperol Spritz. You do need the version that is not free, but you click remove background. It's gonna remove the background. You click save, and then you go into Fonto and you click photos and you add in the photo that's your wallpaper, and then you go to these three lines on the bottom and you hit add image, click on the image and add it over. And then this is the hard part. You kind of have to guess where you want it on your screen. So let's say for example I wanted it in this corner. I'd put it there, I'd save it, and then you go into shortcuts. You click add shortcut, open app, name an app that you want to add. So let's say I wanted to do airbrush. You click open app and hit rename, and then hit airbrush, or type in whatever you want it to say. Hit the eye in the middle of the screen on the bottom, hit add to home screen, click on the image, hit choose photo, hit the photo, resize it to how you want the app to be. So let's just say we wanted it like that. Hit choose, hit add. It's gonna add it to your home screen, and then you move it to where you want it to be. Let's say you wanted it on this page over here, and then you hit done, and that's how you do it. And then if you open it, it goes right into the airbrush. It did take a very long time. It was not easy, but that's the easiest way I figured out how to do it. Overall, this is what my phone looks like. I am obsessed with it, and I really, really like it. But like I said, that's everything on my phone. Here's another little overview of my dolphin and the little buoy. I think it's so cute and adorable. Would definitely recommend doing that. I do think you need the actual version of Miko that you have to pay for that, but don't quote me. That is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know down below what you're most excited for summer. And if you stayed up until this part of the video, comment this emoji down below, and I will see you really soon in my next video. Bye.